Back here at the arena in San Juan, and that first set, quick work by Ateneo. And with the 4 of their starters sitting down towards the end of that first set, they win that one 25-13. UP just looking lost right now, looking like there's no chemistry, and you feel for them. And we've been talking about this since last year, how somehow you don't root for teams, but this is one team that you kind of root for. Na parang you want them to be competitive.
That's true. That's true. And so far, they kept it really tight from the opening up to around 10-11, but after that, Ateneo just stepped on the gas. And there was a 19-10 lead, and all of a sudden, pinasok na ni Coach Roger yung mga bench players niya, who also performed very well. In fact, got some blocks against UP. What I think UP is, they really need to improve their defense, especially their floor defense, because every time they go up for hits, most likely there's going to be a block, or if ever, hindi nila na-set ng maganda. So the floor defense, kailangan mas matibay, because that ball is really coming back at them most of the time. 15-4 in the attacking department. Wow, that is huge.
Even the blocking department, which, UP is supposed to be better at because of their height.
Yeah. 3 service aces for Ateneo, 9 unforced errors, 4 for UP. But look at the attacking department. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. You have to have a consistent rotation for UP. Kaya kailangan talaga tatlo dyan gumagana.
Yun.
Tatlo. Pag lumipat yung isa sa likod, kahit papano dapat may isang magte-take charge. Look at that, 4 attack points. That's not gonna work.
Yep.
And Ateneo having 15.
And Ateneo's not even playing really, really well right now. They had a couple of broken plays that they were still able to score on.
That's true. That's true.
Our Lady Eagles.
Okay, I asked Mosey this question. I will ask you, since you are in a position of a setter. I'll tell you Mosey's answer. But do you think, more than anybody else, we have the stars here for Ateneo, but do you think this is a Jem Ferrer team? This is her team. The captain is Phil Cainglet. We know that.
Yeah, that's true.
First year, it was Z Hervasio who was actually the star because she was the #1 attacker, but she has settled into a complementary role. Phil Cainglet has become the primary hitter together with Eliza Valdez, the rookie. But do you think this is a Jem Ferrer team?
Yes.
Okay.
I honestly do.
Mosey agrees, and she thinks usually the setters really control the team. You were a setter in UST. Why do you answer that way?
You know what? Jem Ferrer, when you look at her, she's the shortest one in the team, but we don't expect her to really go up for those blocks and for those sets. So that's a minus already. But what she brings to the table is her court recognition of her opponent. Dadali niya yung bola kung saan sa tingin niyang mahina ang blocker. And that is a big, big plus for your squad every time. That's why Eliza Valdez sometimes has only 1 blocker in front of her. Sometimes open pa nga. Kanina, we saw that in the first set. And if you can credit half of that point to Jem Ferrer, imagine if all of those hits you credit half to Jem Ferrer, she would have a lot of those points in the stats. But being the setter, of course, she doesn't get it. Let me put it again in another way. Let's look at Rhea de Maculangan of UST.
Correct.
By now, she should consider that to be her team.
Yes.
That should be a...
She should own that team, yes.
Right now, but that's not happening for UST and Rhea. She has to take charge, and that is what Jem Ferrer is doing for Ateneo. She's taking charge. She's making everyone know that she's in control. That's why they're really performing very well in offense for this season.
But
another one.
But UST is still at 4-game winning streak. You can't argue with success, though. Stephanie C. will have a report from the UP side.
You know what, Bumini, and Coach Jared is the coach who truly believes in the team, because despite their current standing, he still hasn't lost hope. He knows that the girls can do it, and just like what you guys mentioned earlier with regards to getting that winning culture back, he believes that they have it in them to emerge victorious. All they need to do is to put more effort and to put the willingness to perform. Sabi nga niya, kailangan lang nila ng push at magagawa nila yon. Aside from that, he told them to execute good defense, to communicate inside the court, as well as to enjoy the game. At syempre, kahit anong mangyari, dapat hindi sila mawawalan ng pag-asa. Just why Coach Jared reminds the girls to move on, to forget about the last set, and to play their best by relaxing and maintaining composure all throughout. Boom and Ian.
Thank you very much, Steph. Reporting from the UP side. And when we're here live, whether we do the games or not, Ian, we always watch what's going on in the court and how people communicate with each other. Setters to their hitters, coaches to the players. And it sees, we see Gemma in an active role, just to jump on that point that we were talking about before Steph's report. We see Gemma in a more active role vocally
That's
also.
true. That's true. Look at it. Look at her in this right now. She's really talking to the front row players, trying to arrange them in a way na, ganito tayo, ganito yung atake. And it's like having a coach on the floor for Ateneo.
Okay. More on Ateneo from Tiff Atendido. Tiff?
Yes, Boom. Despite winning the first set, Coach Roger Gorreab reminding the Lady Eagles na hindi nila pwedeng sabayan ng UP at any point in this game. Kung ayaw nila maglaro, hayaan natin silang magkabol, and it cannot go the other way around. Now, adjustments for the second set include to the spikers to always be ready and let setter Gem Ferrer or Natasha Faustino to decide whom the ball will go to. It was also observed most points of UP in the first set were from Ateneo errors. So senior Gem Ferrer, like what you guys were talking about, acting as coach, telling her teammates to minimize this. Lastly, with Coach Roger giving his bench players a chance to shine and show what they've got, the more senior players pumped up the others to listen to their teammates on the floor and not to be nervous. Boom and Ian.
Can I just say, Tiff and Steph, napaka-hinhid nila mag-report. Very ladylike.
Totoo.
Well, of course,
pala.
of course, di ba? Very
May pace
deliberate.
may pace na maganda
And they've done an incredible job here in the UAP.
Yeah.
And also, with the basketball season, Tiff reporting, and Steph on the other side. Zia Hervacio now getting them to 6-4. Zia Hervacio, originally a swimmer, which explains the frame when she entered. Remember, we were talking about when she was a rookie, we were talking about that physically she looks like, she's been active with sports for a very long time. She was a swimmer.
True.
As Kainglet and Gretchen Ho collaborating for that block
Against Nido. And Hervacio has developed that attack, yung quick attack, yung back quick attack. Dati wala.
Open lang.
Yeah, she
Open
do
lang.
those outside hits, those differential plays.
You're right.
Sometimes in a set, but right now one of her first options is that back quick or
This
the front.
year.
Oo.
Tama ka.
Kaya napakahirap bantayan because we know she jumps so high, she has a lot of hang time, and she's just waiting there. If that ball goes in front of her, she's gonna slam it home.
If the set is perfect, A technical timeout, second set, Ateneo in front 8-6.